Hello everyone and welcome to another collections showcase, and today we'll be looking at this, a 7th Doctor second revised version of the B&M set, but this is a factory error because the eagle-eyed amongst you might have noticed that this does not include the Axis Squad, Strike Squad Dalek. This includes the Scientist Dalek from the War Doctor B&M set. Now obviously, first things first, it's not impossible for somebody to swap this out, so I've been very cautious and careful looking over this. As you can see, all of the ties are all still in place in and around the Dalek, and above all, the seals on the top are all still there where you would expect them to be. They haven't been sealed. Now it is not again impossible for somebody to unseal this, swap the Daleks out and reseal it. That's, you know, it is something which I've seen happen before and I've known to happen. But what makes me believe that this is a genuine factory error is this is actually the second factory error like this I've seen. This is the first one I've had in hand, but a while back, I'm going to put this up on screen, somebody posted on one of the Doctor Who figure aminos that they had come across a factory error in their local B&M store, which was an Axis, a 7th Doctor set without the Axis Strike Squad Dalek, and it had the War Doctor Dalek, Scientist Dalek in it instead. Now, I don't think that the one I've got here is the one in the picture, because the one I've got here, the 7th Doctor's head is slightly turned off to the left, and because it's all still sealed up, again, it's not impossible for somebody to open it up and swap it out, but you know, there's no reason why the head should be facing that way when it's not on the one in the picture. So it would stand to reason that they are two different ones. And what makes it more likely as well is the fact that if one's happened, it makes it likely that perhaps another one had happened, because obviously this is going through a production line, and so because this has happened now twice, it might be that there are other sets like this out there. Perhaps a small batch of, you know, 7th Doctor sets with the wrong Dalek was released, and then before they noticed the problem, and then they did get sent out to various stores. So this is certainly one I think to keep a lookout for, because you never know, you might come across it in your local store. Obviously the thing to really look out for and to make sure of is to check all of the seals are all still in place, the tape seals are still in place, and that the ties inside are all still there. And the other thing I have known to happen is it's worth looking on the bottom of the box around here to check for any creases in the sort of card where it looks like it's been bent, because I have seen some people, I have seen a couple of instances of where somebody's told me about a factory error, and then when I've looked at the box, I've noticed that the box tabs are creased, and what that says to me is somebody has pulled that open, slid the set out, changed whatever inside, and then put it back in. It's another way that they do seem to get in there. You know, I have seen that happen, and it is sort of one of the telltale signs you need to look for. But it is a fantastic set to have. Obviously, I've got the original set, I've got the Big Finish Special Edition set, I've got the revised set, and now I've got this factory error one. And on the subject of factory errors on the revised ones as well, it's interesting to note, I think I mentioned this in my review of them, but when I reviewed the revised B&M sets, my 8th Doctor Dark Eyes set doesn't have a limited edition sticker on it, and some of you might know this, but the limited edition stickers, perfectly honest, doesn't really signify anything, because the limited edition stickers were put on at the request of B&M to make the range look limited and more popular, but they're not really that limited. So ironically, by not having a limited edition sticker, my Dark Eyes 8th Doctor set is actually more limited. And I have seen, again, I saw somebody who said that they had received one of the revised sets without the sticker on it as well. I think this was after I posted mine. But when you look at the box, you can quite clearly see that somebody's just peeled the sticker off. There's always a telltale sign left of things like that. So again, you always need to be careful and look out for these things. But I think because I've now got this one, and the fact that there is another one out there, I would hazard a guess that this is probably something which did slip through the cracks. That if it's on a production line, that maybe several of these were packaged up and sent out before they realised the error. So certainly keep a lookout in your local B&Ms if you're still seeing these on the shelves, because you never know, you might come across another one. If you do, please let me know. I would love to see a picture of it on Twitter and things like that. Although I will say, if you tweet me saying, oh, I did have one of them but I unboxed it, you have to expect a little bit of incredulity, because there's no proof that is what it is. You know, if you want to prove you've actually got one, it needs to be seen like this, still boxed with all the seals and things like that. Because again, I'm not saying it's not impossible for somebody to swap them out, but it just adds a level of credit to your claims that it is still an original in-boxed factory error, which is why I never unbox my factory errors. That's why I always keep them as they are. Because, you know, having them still sealed and things like that is what proves that's what they are, you know, or at least adds, as I said, adds credit to that claim. But that brings to a close another collections showcase. Just very quickly, I will mention, as some of you may know, I recently reached 10,000 subscribers, which is absolutely fantastic. I am planning on doing a celebratory live stream, but I don't have an exact date of when that's going to be. So be sure to keep an eye out. I will update through my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, on my community tab here on YouTube when I've got a date set for that and exactly what I'm doing. I've got a couple of ideas in mind, but I'm waiting to see which one pans out and will work out best. But yes, as always, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like, favorite, subscribe, share, it helps me out a lot. Be sure to check out the description below for a link to my Patreon. I'm doing my very first figure animation and you can get involved. There's exclusive content and rewards for those who do so, and funding my Patreon in any way gets your name at the end of my videos. I salute you all, and I will see you with another video very soon.